No hair? Still care? Okay, here's the question that's probably kept at least one person awake at night. If someone's completely bald, why do they still wash their head? There's no hair up there. No curls, no strands, not even a single lonely eyebrow trying to migrate. So what's the deal? Are they just committed to the shampoo lifestyle? Do they enjoy the tingling sensation of menthol on bare skin? Or is there some bald guy secret society rule we don't know about? Let's clear things up. Pun absolutely intended. Even if there's no hair, the scalp is still skin. And skin doesn't take a vacation just because your follicles called it quits. Your scalp is still producing oil, sebum, sweating like the rest of your body, and shedding dead skin cells like a snow globe at a Christmas party. So, if you don't wash a bald head, you're not rocking a sleek Mr. Clean look. You're just slow cooking a greasy forehead pizza on top of your skull. And trust me, no one wants to be that guy at the cookout with a shiny head that smells like old gym socks and regret. Plus, let's not forget buildup. Sunscreen, air pollution, leftover aftershave, maybe a little hat sweat action. Yeah, that stuff needs to go. Otherwise, your scalp's basically turning into a sticky note for bacteria. So yeah, even if the shampoo bottle says, for dry, damaged hair, bald folks still need to lather up. They may not be conditioning curls, but they're protecting the dome. Surprising takeaway? Sometimes being bald isn't low maintenance. It's just a different maintenance. And honestly, probably still cheaper than a weekly trip to the barber. Scalp secrets and the oil you can't escape. So now we know bald folks still have to clean their heads. But here's a deeper and oiler follow-up. What's actually going on up there, even without hair? Is the scalp just chilling? Or is it still out here working overtime? Turns out your scalp doesn't retire just because your hairline does. Even on a completely bald head, sebaceous glands are still very much alive and pumping out oil like a late-night street vendor slinging noodles. These little guys sit in the skin and say, "Oh, no hair? Whatever, let's keep that grease flowing." That means even the smoothest head is at risk of building up sebum, dirt, sweat, bacteria, and that mysterious gunk that somehow appears under baseball caps. And here's where it gets gross funny. If you don't wash a bald head, it can get clogged pores, scalp acne, and even funky breakouts. Imagine trying to shine a bowling ball that keeps developing zits. That's a horror movie in the hygiene aisle. And let's not ignore the shine. You know that ultra-reflective bald glow that looks like it could signal aircraft during an emergency landing? That's not just from genetics. That's a mix of natural oils and product buildup, moisturizers, SPF lotions, even polishing balms if they're going full Vin Diesel. But too much shine? That's when your head starts looking less sleek action hero and more greased frying pan. And no one wants their scalp to moonlight as a slip-in slide. So what's the funny truth? Washing a bald head isn't just about being clean. It's about respecting the dome. Because whether you've got luscious locks or a gleaming melon, your scalp still shows up to work every day. The shine must go on. All right, now we've reached the most philosophically shiny part of this whole mystery. If there's no hair, is it even still a hair care routine? Think about it. If a tree falls in the forest and no one hears it, does it make a sound? If a man is bald but still lathers his scalp every morning, is he still washing his hair? Welcome to Existential Balding 101. But jokes aside, there's something oddly majestic about the bald grooming lifestyle. When there's no hair to distract, the scalp becomes the star of the show. It's the leading man, the VIP guest. And it needs to look good. That's why you'll see bald folks not just washing their head, but moisturizing, polishing, and even buffing it like it's the hood of a classic car. There's something satisfying about a clean, smooth, radiant dome. It says, I have nothing to hide, and I own it. Plus, a dry, bald head is no joke. Without proper care, it can flake like a croissant. That's why bald care isn't less work. It's different work. It's not about styling mousse or detangling sprays. It's about hydration, protection, and keeping that melon looking like it belongs in a GQ spread. Also, let's not underestimate the confidence it takes to walk around with a fully exposed head. There's no hair to hide behind. No styling to cover the weird dent you got in third grade. That's raw, unfiltered skull right there. And that, my friend, deserves some soap and love. In short, the shine must go on. Baldness isn't the end of grooming, it's just a shift in priorities. And honestly, it might just be the most honest hairstyle out there. Soap, shine, and bald truths. So, what have we learned today? Well, first of all, just because the grass stopped growing doesn't mean you can stop mowing the lawn. Bald or not, the scalp is still very much alive, sweaty, oily, and occasionally flaky. Washing it isn't about hair. It's about hygiene, comfort, and not turning your dome into a biological non-stick skillet. We've laughed, we've learned, and we've probably made at least 3 people self-consciously rub their heads mid-video. The truth is, being bald doesn't exempt you from self-care. It just changes the game. Shampoo becomes scalp soap, conditioner becomes moisturizer, and instead of running your fingers through your hair, you're buffing the shine like a boss. So the next time someone asks, "Why do bald people wash their head?" just smile and say, "Because hygiene isn't hair dependent, my friend." And maybe throw in, "Also, ever smelled a sweaty baseball cap after a summer jog?" Got a weird body question stuck in your head? Wondering if belly buttons collect dust or if eyebrows have an evolutionary purpose? Drop your bizarre biology mysteries in the comments below. We just might answer yours next, with science and sarcasm included. And hey, if this video made you chuckle or made you check your scalp, give it a like, subscribe, and share it with your bald uncle, your hairless cat, or anyone who's ever used head polish. Until next time, stay clean and stay boldly bald.